Foine Toimes, the Ellis Cutting story.
Both Ellis Cutting and Ira Nichols claimed that Cutting fought in the Crimean War at age 17, and at 87 years of age he was the last survivor of the 700 who made the disastrous charge of the Light Brigade. The E.J. Boys Archive in England is the world's foremost authority on the charge of the Light Brigade. They are familiar with Ellis Cutting, but they claim that no one by that name served in the Crimean War or made the charge. They admit that some of the young men served under assumed names for various reasons. Was Ellis Cutting the last survivor of the charge of the Light Brigade, or was it all just a tall tale? We may never really know for sure.
Hi, I'm Ellis Cutting. Foine Toimes. I was born in England in 1837. My parents were Irish. My wife Bessie and I married in Sligo, Ireland. We came to America in 1871 when our two oldest children were just babies. We had 9 more children in America. We came to Iowa Falls, Iowa in 1882. I was a locomotive engineer for the B, C, R, and N Railroad. I died in 1924. Came to America in 1871 on the SS Columbia as passengers in steerage. We lived in northeast Iowa Falls, just northeast of Crescent Drive, before Highway 65 was built. We had around 25 acres in the vicinity of where River Valley Landscaping and Reliable Plumbing are located today. I was an engineer with the railroad for my entire adult life. At the end of my career, I operated the small locomotives in the train yard. At age 16 I enlisted in the British Army and fought in the Crimean War. I often told the story of how I was one of the survivors of the charge of the Light Brigade.
The Crimean War was fought from 1850 to 1856 between an alliance of Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire against Russia on the other side. It was the first modern war with terrible new weapons, horrible casualties, and newspaper media coverage.
It was fought primarily over control of the Black Sea area. There is still fighting happening in that region today.
Were you really the last survivor who made the charge of the Light Brigade?
That's for the devil to know and you to find out.
No one by the name of Ellis Cutting served in Crimea, or made the charge. Young people did, however, serve under assumed names, and for all sorts of reasons. The British Army was an option for young Irishmen who were still suffering from the effects of the Great Famine in 1854.
The charge of the Light Brigade was a disaster that happened by mistaken orders. Of the 700 who made the charge through the Valley of Death, the majority died. I was one of just a few hundred who survived. I later served the British Army in India.
The charge of the Light Brigade. There's not to make reply. There's not to reason why. There's but to do or die.
Foine, Toimes.